Are there other questions you would like to ask that you think might be helpful for you or for anybody else who might not be here today?
I have a question about My Daily Bread. So before My Daily Bread was created, and I know that you practice My Daily Bread every day.
Almost every day.
Almost every day, but yeah, every day. I notice, have you noticed a difference in yourself before you created it, before you practiced it daily? Yeah, I guess that would be my question. And what are the differences you notice in the people that you train or practice and do not?
For myself, just having a general format where I have there's a moment for contemplative breathing. There's even an orderly process of making sure you listen to Jesus in the gospel for at least 5 minutes, putting your relationships first. So it kind of works out as a template in which the normal prioritization that any wise person would do in life, and so many people are foolish, they don't even prioritize their day or their life or their values. Leaving that aside, but we now have a template in which we do this prioritization together with God, and we put some of God's priorities in there. And you can see that in My Daily Bread, what those are. We have done that in another place, and you can go through that. But the effect of that on me is that, let's say, one day I kind of forget about putting my relationships first, or God has it right after listening to Jesus. Then I go, oh, whoa, you know, you did those priorities you had, you did those 4 or 5 things, but you know, people weren't central. You left some of the key things that God would have you do. So it acts as a reminder, and it keeps me growing, on the one hand, into Christ's likeness in a broader perspective than I ever would have. I would just get caught up, oh, you could do this little thing and that little thing, and oh, look at that, I did my day, I did all my priorities. So it's a broader work. At the same time, prioritizing, as you know, and just putting your first 3 and focusing on those. And doing that with God according to God's will is a powerful tool. It keeps me calm. And if I go off base because it's a habit, a practice, how should I say, I probably live a way that most people shouldn't. Everything happens to me like it does to them, but what am I, out of sorts, maybe 3 or 4 minutes at the most? Some people used to, you know, maybe in the past I lost months and months not even knowing I was just overwhelmed by an anxiety that was churning inside me. So yeah, My Daily Bread is a powerful tool to use humbly, and it gives the Holy Spirit so much access to us. And now we have other people doing it, and we share them. So it's a reminder, there's a lot of creativity within it. You learn from other people. Encourage other people to do it. Can't make them do it, but if they start tasting how their life changes, they'll probably figure out a time and a way to do it. If they notice me, sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I don't have a minute until the afternoon, sometimes I do it in the evening, sometimes it's just filled with thankfulness. Yeah, it's a good tool, and we know that the Old Testament is very clear, and the New Testament says a lot of different places. But the Old Testament, I like it. Keep these things before your mind. After he gives the 10 Commandments, write them on the doorposts, put them on your forehead, tell them to your children, to keep those values. Otherwise, it fades, and this culture around us will throw all these lies into us that you're successful because you're making money, lots of money, or you have a career. Not that we shouldn't have careers that provide good services, but it's so easy to get distracted by everything that's around us and to forget that God created us and that this is not our home, and that we're here to build up the kingdom of love and justice and mercy on earth as it is in heaven. So yeah, My Daily Bread is a mighty tool that I think the Holy Spirit wants more and more people to use in whatever adjustments they need. But we need to find a way to stay in touch with God and let God stay in touch with us according to His priorities. And it would also change the way you pray. He says, hey, God, bless this, bless that, bless my this. You say, hey, God, what is it that you want me to do? And you don't ask God to bless it. You ask God to give you the courage to do it. You get back to seeking to know and to do the will of God first. And if you do, then you become calm. Because all the rest will be given to you because you're seeking His will. So yeah, my daily bread's, yeah, we can ask other people, and maybe we should go around asking more people what my daily bread means to them.